Welcome back. Very interesting things which I seen on YouTube the other night regarding the famous, those famous balloons which were spotted over America and considered as a national threat for the security of America. They accuse the Chinese of this and that and that and that. And then they had this balloon thing which was passing over the Hawaiian islands with green lasers, you remember, in March. Very strange. And then in the last few days, suddenly this famous Mahai island, if I pronounce it bad, sorry, suddenly caught fire. They say it was due to the door of a hurricane, and the governor of the state of Hawaii said, no, it was a bonfire. Very, very strange. How could be a bonfire thing? And it destroyed all the people's properties, like houses, cars and stuff, and all the vegetation like forests and bushes and stuff like that were never touched. Now, whose leg you're trying to pull, Mr. Governor of Hawaii? And in that video of that YouTuber, I'm not going to mention his name, they'll explain about this high altitude balloon thing, what advantages to it maps in detail where it passes over. And they mentioned something between Pisa and a township in Macedonia. I looked it up and I found an article of NATO science. 3 years ago, with those of the Department of Research of the NATO Science in Michigan, in collaboration with the University of Pisa, 3 years ago, they were experimenting this high altitude balloon technology, attaching certain devices or whatever nature underneath it. And probably was other military organisations as well involved in it, of America and NATO. Seen was a NATO science project with the University of Pisa. Very strange. So these balloons is not a new thing. They've been the Americans have been experimenting around for about for a while. So it goes back to 1961 when it comes to high altitude balloons, experimenting EPM weapons in 1961. Now they return to this type of technology, experimenting how there's some interest in these so-called aerostatic weather balloons, archi-balaki thing. So Pisa gave a hand to develop this technology, and they carried out tests. And probably this type of knowledge of technology they used in March of this year, mapping the island of Hawaii. And all of a sudden, a mysterious fire bursts into flames on this small island off the island of Hawaii. It's a very, very fishy situation. Could this so-called accidents, which I say it's a climate change thing, we are guilty for it because you pollute too much. They use that as a narrative when they are behind the scenes using this technology against people to kick people out of their land and property and to force them into this so-called Logan's Run cities, the 50-mile cities. Is that what they're getting at? These swines,